Hello everyone, it's Daryl and Doug, and we're here tonight fixing a water heater. It really stinks. The pipe on top that comes out, I think it's one coming out of the hot water heater, broke. The connection on the CPVC broke, and that was an installation error because I shouldn't have used CPVC so close to the outlet of the tank. You're supposed to have a 18-inch transitionary metal pipe before you start using the CPVC. So that's my fault. The plastic pipe couldn't take the repeated heating and cooling cycles, and the connection broke loose and flooded the basement. And while it was flooding, large quantities of water apparently ran down through the center of the water heater and may have gotten in the burner assembly, because it tries to come on but then shuts back off right away. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull this burner assembly out. These newer hot water heaters are set up so that you can't actually get in there and see the burner. They're in a sealed unit. So far I've removed the clip-on igniter that was just clipped on here and pulled that down, laid aside. I've removed the pilot light gas line, the main gas line, and the thermocouple connection over here. And these were all real easy to do. They're just slightly screwed in and tightened up with a pair of pliers or a small wrench of some sort to grab the corners with. And they're not, none of them are in there really tight. They're all very easy to remove. Once we get those out, we remove the four 15 size Torx bit screws that are in the corners of the cover plate, and then the whole burner assembly will pull straight out this way, and we can get inside and see if it needs to be cleaned or blown out or something, because I'm guessing there's water in it that's causing the gas not to flow the way it's supposed to, or clogging some of the gas line ports or something of that nature. Alright, this comes out really easy. I got the four screws out. Apparently there's a gasket around. I thought it might be stuck, but it's not, so we're just pulling this right out. Oh, and here's the, oh yeah, no wonder it's not firing. Look at all the dirt on that burner. And some corrosion too on the thermocouple. So we're going to get a bit of sandpaper, and we're going to clean the thermocouple tip off, and we're going to clean all this mud and corrosion off the burner. Look at that. I think the gas comes out around a circle here on the edge, so I don't think that's actually doing any harm, but we're still going to clean this up better, and we're going to make this work. So we're going to take it upstairs, wipe it off with napkins, and then possibly blow the gas lines out with compressed air. Take a little bit of sandpaper to the thermocouple tip, because that looks like it's a little corroded too. And it looks like the gasket's still in perfect shape on this. There's a nice red rubber thermal gasket here that keeps any gas or fumes from escaping from the airbox. So we're going to be good to go as soon as we get this cleaned up and back in here, I bet. I think we're going to be fine. I don't think we'll have to buy any parts. Alright, this is it. It's up here and it's loose. We've been wiping away the mud and debris off the top of it and cleaning out all the little holes and sections of it. I'm going to go out and fire up the air compressor so I can just blow it out real. Oh, the dirt. Yes, the dirt. That's all sludge and rust that's fallen down from the internal holding tank for the hot water. And now we're going to use the air gun and just blow all this away and get all the crud off it. Blow out the cracks around the vent diffuser, and then blow out the line itself here. Where if you look down in here, there's a little nozzle in there, orifice, that the gas flows out of up into the burner diffuser. We're going to blow that out and clean that out. That's all wet down in there. That could have a bit of water in it, causing the gas not to flow fast enough. That could have been why it shut off. And I said the thermocouple here could be shorted out and dirty. That could be why it's not working right either. But I know the igniter's working good. We've been using that. In fact, you can see the igniter work if we hit the button here on it. You should see a little spark jump across there. Over here. Oh, got me too. There you go. Just a little spark. Not quite like a taser, huh, Doug?
Oh no, probably not.
But
you want to get me?
We're going to get some tools. We're going to clean this up. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, everything's cleaned up, and we're taking the burner assembly and we're supporting it so that the part that goes in is up in the air, because there's a little stand in there that it has to rest on. So we're going to keep it tilted up until we get all the way in. And once we get all the way in and tilted up, we'll let it settle into place while I hold it and put the screws back in. Alright, we've screwed the burner assembly back into place. We didn't have to replace the fireproof gasket because there was no cracks or breaks in it, but generally speaking, when you pull the burner assembly out, you should replace the gasket on the back side of it with some fireproof sealant or an actual burner gasket. If you ever need to replace your whole burner assembly, there's a number stamped on the front which one it is to help you locate the proper replacement part. Now we're going to reinstall the pilot line gas line here first. It's very delicate. We've got to just make sure we get in perfectly straight and don't force it, because all this stuff is like soft aluminum and brass, and just the slightest bit of wrong cross-threading on it and it'll be ruined. And you don't want to ruin these because that can get expensive. All right, all with your fingers until you get it almost tight. That's the pilot line gas line here. All the way up in there, finger tight. Look at that. And over on the other side, we have, this is the thermocouple, which senses the flame. So we're going to take that and put that up into its hole where it goes. Oh, you should always retract the whatever part that sticks up. You should retract that before you push it up in, so that it's fully seated in there when you finally get it in. So we're going to put that in. We're going to hand start the threads on that. That one went in really easy and really smooth too. So that's up in there. Then the main gas line here, we just flex it down a little bit, push it over into place and up in, and then push the bigger threads up onto that into place, and we should be good. Alright, to light the pilot light, we make sure the gas valve is turned to the pilot position, which is lined up with here with this little notch built into the casing, and then we fully depress the pilot override button on the left side and hold it down, and then we use the igniter button to ignite the pilot light, and the pilot light is on.
Can't see it.
Well, you probably could turn you got to turn your light off. I'm holding the override button down until the thermocouple warms up enough to generate what they call millivoltage to keep the gas valve opened. It's a safety feature so that your gas will automatically shut off if your pilot light fails. So we hold this for about a minute till the thermocouple gets nice and warm. And then we keep our eye on the pilot light. We let up on it. Then the pilot light's on. Alright, we've released the override button, the pilot button. The pilot light is on and staying running. And now, if I turn the switch to the on position, the burner should engage, and we should hear the rush of gas and the flames ignite, and the water will start getting hot again.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting.
It's a nicer color flame than it was before. It's all blue. Well, the water heater's all fixed. We have nice hot water again. What happened was, I was right, the water had leaked down during the plumbing leak, flooded the combustion chamber, and was blocking the air vents so that not enough air could get into the combustion chamber. And now we've cleaned the water out. We put a fan in front of it. We sucked out as much as we could with a vacuum. We blew it out with a fan, let it dry out real good. And now the water heater is working again. And the cat is happy we have hot water. About this, just in case, I wanted to show you this. In case you have a thermocouple problem that I talked about earlier and your pilot light won't stay on, this is what you need. This is the replacement thermocouple here, along with a special Torx bit screwdriver and a new door seal they give you with the kit, because the old door seal always gets brittle and they want you to replace the door seal whenever it gets cracked, and that's usually whenever you take the burner apart you have a cracked door seal. So this kit was $18.98 at Home Depot. You know, really all I needed was a thermocouple. I probably could have bought that separately, but my door seal was a little cracked. I didn't end up replacing it. I used the old one because it wasn't that bad. But just wanted to show that to you in case it's what you need. Go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, somewhere like that. Your local hardware store, if you have one, would be good to support them. Get one of these kits if you have a Rheem GE hot water heater. And get your hot water heater fixed just like I did. Save yourself some money and feel good about doing it yourself. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.